Welcome to Hollywood. In this video, we're going to explore the glamorous lives and fabulous fortunes of the 15 richest actors from the golden age of Hollywood. These stars weren't just icons on the silver screen, they were also millionaires in an era when such wealth was a rarity, especially in the entertainment industry. From Clark Gable's power moves to Elizabeth Taylor's diamond-studded legacy, this list will reveal the jaw-dropping earnings, hidden investments, and financial empires of old Hollywood's wealthiest stars. 1. Mary Pickford. Estimated net worth, $40 million, adjusted to over $700 million today. Nicknamed America's Sweetheart, Mary Pickford was one of the earliest film superstars, and she was also a business genius. Co-founder of United Artists and a founding member of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, Pickford wasn't content with just acting. She owned her own production company, negotiated groundbreaking contracts, and smartly invested in real estate. Pickford's fortune was unmatched during her time, making her not just the richest actress, but one of the wealthiest figures in all of Hollywood. 2. Charlie Chaplin. Estimated net worth, $50 million, adjusted to nearly $1 billion today. Silent film legend Charlie Chaplin wasn't just a comedic genius, he was also a shrewd businessman. Co-founding United Artists alongside Mary Pickford, Chaplin retained ownership of his films and negotiated major distribution deals. His global popularity translated into international royalties, and his film The Great Dictator alone earned millions. With wise investments and a long career, Chaplin became one of the wealthiest figures in cinema history. 3. Elizabeth Taylor. Estimated net worth, $600 million at time of death adjusted. While Elizabeth Taylor's greatest financial success came later in her life, her wealth began building in the Golden Age. Earning $1 million for Cleopatra in 1963, a Hollywood first, Taylor was also a savvy entrepreneur. She launched a fragrance empire, made smart real estate moves, and collected some of the most expensive jewelry in history. Her wealth, glamour, and lasting legacy made her one of Hollywood's top financial icons. 4. Clark Gable. Estimated net worth, $10 million, adjusted to $100 plus million today. Known as the King of Hollywood, Clark Gable was one of the highest-paid actors of the 1930s and 40s. His role in Gone with the Wind catapulted him into the stratosphere of fame and wealth. Gable negotiated hefty film salaries, often earning $100,000 per picture, an astronomical sum at the time. He also invested in oil and real estate, adding to his fortune. 5. Fred Astaire. Estimated net worth, $10 million, adjusted to $150 million today. Fred Astaire dazzled audiences with his legendary dance skills, but behind the scenes, he was a master of business. He founded his own dance school, owned stakes in production companies, and was careful with his wealth. Astaire's income came from a blend of film roles, television appearances, and investments that built him a sizable fortune by the time he retired. 6. Bing Crosby. Estimated net worth, $50 million, adjusted to $300 plus million today. Bing Crosby wasn't just a singer and actor, he was a media mogul. He earned millions from films, radio, and music royalties. Crosby was one of the first to see the value in investing in technology, becoming an early backer of Ampex, the company that developed magnetic tape recording. He also owned part of the Pittsburgh Pirates baseball team. His diversified income streams made him one of the richest entertainers of his era. 7. Bob Hope. Estimated net worth, $150 million, adjusted to over $1 billion today. Bob Hope built a media empire with film, radio, and television. But his fortune didn't just come from showbiz, it came from real estate. Hope owned massive amounts of land in California, including Palm Springs and the San Fernando Valley. His portfolio made him a billionaire in today's money, with a business acumen few actors matched. 8. Greta Garbo. Estimated net worth, $32 million, adjusted to $300 plus million today. Swedish-born star Greta Garbo lived a famously private life, but her finances were anything but quiet. Earning massive salaries from MGM in the 1930s and 40s, Garbo retired early and invested wisely, particularly in blue-chip stocks and real estate in Manhattan. By the time she died, she was one of the wealthiest women in New York. 9. Cary Grant. Estimated net worth, $60 million, adjusted to $500 plus million today. Cary Grant was not only a timeless leading man, he was a financial mastermind. Grant was famous for carefully choosing roles and negotiating profit-sharing deals, a rarity at the time. He invested in tech companies, bought real estate, and later served on the board of Fabergé Cosmetics. Grant lived luxuriously but saved wisely, building a fortune far beyond his film salary. 10. John Wayne. Estimated net worth, $50 million, adjusted to over $400 million today. The Duke ruled the Western genre, but his business interests were just as expansive. John Wayne started his own production company, Batjack Productions, allowing him to control his films and profits. He invested in oil, cattle ranches, and real estate. Despite Hollywood taxes, Wayne's diversified portfolio kept his fortune strong until his death. 11. Lucille Ball. Estimated net worth, $60 million, adjusted to $500 plus million today. Lucille Ball wasn't just a sitcom queen, she was a media powerhouse. She co-founded Desilu Productions with Daisy Arnaz, producing I Love Lucy and other major TV hits like Star Trek and Mission Impossible. When she bought out Desi's share, she became the first woman to run a major studio in Hollywood. Her legacy as a businesswoman made her one of the wealthiest women of the era. 12. Marlon Brando. Estimated net worth, $100 million, adjusted to $700 plus million today. While most of Brando's wealth came later in life, he began earning top dollar in the golden age with A Streetcar Named Desire and On the Waterfront. Brando later negotiated massive salaries, including back-end deals, for films like Superman and The Godfather. He also purchased the entire island of Tetiaroa in French Polynesia. Though eccentric, Brando's earnings were astronomical. 13. James Stewart. Estimated net worth, $30 million, adjusted to $300 plus million today. Jimmy Stewart was beloved for his everyman appeal, but behind the scenes, he was a savvy investor. Stewart earned consistent high salaries and famously took points, a percentage of profits, for Winchester, 73, a move that earned him more than his salary. He also invested in aviation and stocks, building quiet wealth over decades. 14. Joan Crawford. Estimated net worth, $20 million, adjusted to $200 plus million today. Joan Crawford was as serious about her finances as she was about her film roles. A longtime MGM star, she earned top dollar through the 1930s and 40s. She also invested heavily in PepsiCo, where she became a board member after marrying Pepsi executive Alfred Steele. Crawford's endorsement and board membership earned her major wealth and corporate clout. 15. George Raft. Estimated net worth, $10 million, adjusted to $100 plus million today. Though his fortune fluctuated, George Raft was one of the highest-paid actors of the 1930s. Known for his gangster roles and slick persona, Raft was a master negotiator. He reportedly turned down roles in Casablanca and Double Indemnity, which hurt his career, but his early salaries and nightclub business ventures made him a wealthy man during the height of the Golden Age. There you have it, the 15 richest stars of Hollywood's Golden Age. These actors weren't just performers, they were pioneers, producers, entrepreneurs, and investors. Their legacies endure not just because of their on-screen brilliance, but because of their remarkable business savvy. Which star on this list surprised you the most? Was it Mary Pickford's empire building? Or maybe Bob Hope's real estate fortune? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood World, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with other classic film fans. Until next time, keep the spotlight shining bright on Hollywood's golden legends. Thanks for watching.